Mimi had likely lived a long life before arriving at the shelter. Her body carried the quiet signs of a past full of unknowns. Perhaps years of having litters, perhaps being tossed aside once she was no longer needed. She came in as a stray, and no one came looking. Her eyes were soft, her face full of gentleness, and despite everything, she radiated a quiet joy. It didn't take long for the decision to be made. She deserved peace, safety, and love in her final chapter. At her age, estimated between 12 and 14, every day became precious. The shelter environment, while trying its best, was no place for a senior soul like hers. Older dogs often decline quickly in those conditions, their spirits dimming under the weight of confusion and noise. Mimi was scooped up and brought to a quiet home filled with calm and care, a rescue dedicated to giving senior animals a soft landing in their golden years. From the start, Mimi carried a sweetness that seemed to fill every room she entered. Her face wore a permanent smile, her tongue often peeking out, and her presence felt like a warm blanket. Her personality matched her appearance perfectly. Gentle, friendly, endlessly patient. Despite the fact that she couldn't hear, it was easy to forget. Words still flowed to her constantly, as if she could feel them through the tone, through the love in the air. Maybe she didn't need to hear them to understand. Her body bore signs of a rough past, a cropped ear and little bumps beginning to grow on her skin, affectionately called old lady lumps. But she was now safe, comfortable, and surrounded by those who adored her. One of her closest companions became Teddy Swims, a 15-year-old dog from the same shelter. Their bond grew quickly. Teddy, a bit obsessed in the most tender way, followed her like a shadow, waiting patiently each night for her to lie down so he could clean her face. It became their ritual, one that brought smiles every evening. She didn't mind at all, often sleeping through it peacefully, as if his attention gave her comfort. Their connection spoke volumes about trust and quiet affection. Watching them together was like watching two old souls remind each other that they were never truly alone. Mimi brought light into every space she entered. At a rescue focused on hospice and elderly care, where heartbreak often lingered close, her presence brought relief, like a sunbeam on a gray morning. Her happiness was contagious. There was no need for words when she walked into a room. Just the way she held herself, calm and gentle, was enough to soften the mood. Even those who might have felt unsure about her, perhaps judging by her size or appearance, were met with a slow tail wag, a lowered head, and a peaceful presence that made it impossible not to love her. She didn't ask for much. A soft bed, kind hands, and someone to tell her that she mattered. Her patience was remarkable. Even when Teddy overwhelmed her with affection, she accepted it with grace, knowing it came from a good place. She taught lessons without ever trying. Lessons in how to forgive, how to live in the moment, and how to meet fear or rejection with quiet kindness. She showed that even after being discarded, love could still grow, that a heart can remain soft, even after it's been hurt. Every day with Mimi felt like a quiet gift. Time was precious, and it was clear her days were limited. But there was comfort in knowing she wouldn't spend those days alone. She had warmth, soft voices speaking to her, even if she couldn't hear, and a promise that she would never again be forgotten. And one day, when it's time for her to cross the bridge, there's already a whispered request. Not to go just yet. Not without the one who holds her close every night and tells her she is loved beyond measure.